Hi there. I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, then you got into medical school. And if that's true, congrats! You got into medical school! Well done, congratulations for getting into medical school. It is so intimidating and such a hard thing to do. But honey, you got in. Welcome to the club. But you've only just wedged your foot into the door right here. However, I, Medically Amber, am here to give you my tips about how to ace your multiple mini interviews and ensure that you get your conditional offer into medical school. If you would like to know anything more, then please keep on watching. What are MMIs, or as we like to call them, multiple mini interviews? It's an interview technique that majority of the UK universities have adopted in order to interview their medical students for the future. MMIs consist of several short assessments at different stations and really determine whether you're a suitable candidate to study medicine. They usually last about 10 minutes or even less than that, and it typically follows the same process where you'll be presented with a scenario and you'll have a bit of time before you enter that station to prepare an answer for it. Either be asked a question by the interviewer, or you'll be asked to engage in a role play scenario where you have to engage with it with an actor as if it's the real thing that's happening right now. The first tip that I want to say is that practice makes perfect. There are hundreds of questions that you could be asked in your interview. With this in mind, you need to be able to set yourself a good amount of time beforehand to prepare for your interviews so that you don't get overwhelmed and you have enough time to cover every single piece of scenario or question that you can think of that could possibly come up in your interview. In the description box below, I'll put down some links that really helped me during my interview process, such as the Medic Portal and Blackstone Tutors. These question banks really help me out and enables me to cover as many different topics as possible. Tip number 2 is to be prepared to think on your feet at any given time during your interview process. Even with all the endless practice questions that you could have possibly done, you might end up touching down at a station and they'll ask you a question and you'll be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Interviewers love to do this. They love to catch you off guard because it enables them to see how well you can handle yourself under pressure, and they need to make sure that you can make quick decisions on the spot. So that's basically what a doctor consists of. You can be in like A&E and then you are presented with a patient that needs immediate action and you need to be able to make decisions very quickly. Tip number 3 is please make sure to research your course on your university's website. Every university does multiple mini interviews different, and so it's a good idea to just go on the university's website and have a research into how they do their interview process and how they use it to assess you as a candidate. Also, another good idea to do is to have a look on the university's website at your specific course, gain knowledge about all the details that you need to know about your course, because sometimes universities love to ask questions such as, why do you like this university? What attracted you towards this university? It really allows you to tell them exactly what you like and really show your knowledge about the university itself. The next tip that I have, practice your timing. The whole interview process overall is very fast paced, and so it's really important that you practice your timing, because when you're going through the actual interview itself, honestly it feels so quick, and if you don't keep on top of your time management, you'll just start to waffle and you'll go off track and you won't even talk about the point in the end. Whenever you're doing your practice questions, ensure that you do it in a timed format so that when you are doing the real interview in real life, you have enough knowledge and you're quite adjusted to the timings, and so you won't get overwhelmed and you won't just start going off course when it does come to the interview stage. The next tip that I have is to fully consume yourself during your role play scenario. At some interview stages, you may be asked to interact with an actor and participate in a role play scenario. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to fully consume yourself in that role. I need you to just accept it, feel it in your chest. Because when I did my interviews, let me tell you, I went at it as if I was the actual person doing it. I fully consumed myself in the role that I was given. It really ensured that I was able to fully display empathy and compassion at the scenario. The next tip is be confident with yourself. MMIs are quite intimidating, and when you're actually going through the process, you may feel inclined to just, you know, hide yourself in a little hole to stop yourself from embarrassing yourself in front of students and also the interviewer, because you don't want to do that in front of the interviewer because it's actually a really important moment in your life, but then you also feel a bit mad because it's like, whoa, what's going on, what we move and everything's okay. Or maybe that was just me. Either way, make sure that during your interview you present the best version of yourself. When you go into the interview station, you need to come in with confidence, shoulders back, head strong. I want you to come in with a smile. I want you to shake their hand with grip. Shake it. Then I want you to sit down, ready, and then I want you to talk with confidence, because that's what interviewers want to see. When you come into the room, and you should be able to present yourself as in like, I know my shit. but don't be egotistical. We don't want that. Be confident within yourself, but don't be like too confident. So just, you know, there's a level, don't cross that level, okay? The next tip that I have, if you mess up, don't stress about it. At some point in your interview, you might mess up, touch wood. And that is completely fine. It's normal. You're under pressure. It's a very stressful environment. I mean, when I was going for my interviews, there were several moments where I was just completely dumbfounded. I did not know what was going on. I didn't know what I was doing. And it was a little bit of a mess, but you just need to make sure that if you do mess up, every interview stage is different. It's a new task, a fresh start. So just take a breather after one stage, think about it, evaluate your situation, and go into the new one with a completely different outlook. Make sure that this one is the best one that you can possibly do. And that is all for this video. So I hope these tips really help you out during your interview process. Interviews are very stressful. When I was doing mine, I was literally so scared. I did all the preparation, and even then I still felt a little bit unconfident with myself, but that's just, we're only human, guys. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment any other video suggestions that you would like to see from me. I'm now getting back into like the medicine-y zone, so expect a couple of medicine videos coming from me as the weeks go by. And as always, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.